I've shown you guys the figure 3, and which is we showed you on Friday. I don't know if any of you have seen this, but this is the new the third iteration of the figure robot that's coming out. It's got camera in its palm. It's got fingertips that have little touches on it. You can also unhinge the limbs and replace them with a little pull tab. And if it's attacking you, I guess, would be the thing. It's covered in this really spacey fabric. And by the way, I want the outfit. I don't care about the robot at this point. I just want the suit. But the figure 3 has all the stuff that I've shown you guys on Friday Eye with Rob. But this is its new feet, which can toe step. You can see that. And there's these uniforms that it can wear for different jobs. That kind of stuff. It's got a camera in the back of its head, so it's know where it's going. Like, that's fucking impressive. Like, yeah, I showed this on a couple weeks ago. Well, there are a bunch of people like running to catch up. Oh, I know what I want to show you. Okay, okay. Let's see. This is hilarious. So this is what made me think of this. Hold on. Matt Walsh, sex robots. Wait. So you know Matt Walsh, the guy who is like, what's a woman? You know, the anti-trans dude, right? You guys know him, right? Okay. This video came out 2 days ago. Silicon Valley wants your soul. I think he misspelled semen, but whatever. Liberals are rushing to tell us sex robots are nothing to worry about. Well, I am worried. And I love how he won't write sex in the title of his stuff. Okay. But I want to hear it. So, here we go. This
better than what came before it, but better at what?
Dun, dun. Sorry. I actually have that sound effect now. I feel bad whenever I don't use my sound effect.
It is better at doing what it is designed to do, which is replace human beings. Now, if you listen to this show, you know that I've been raising the alarm about AI for a while, and I'm certainly far...
Well, I can understand how people with lacking any intelligence would be concerned about other intelligence, whether it's artificial or not.
I'm the only one who has been talking about it. AI is an incredibly impressive technology with a number of valid and useful applications,
but not as good as using a kayak for a bookshelf. That's ingenuity, man.
They also destroy civilization as we know it. And I don't mean that in a Terminator sense. I'm not saying that AI will become sentient and enslave us, although we can't rule that out. I mean, in the sense that AI will wipe out millions of jobs virtually overnight, destroy every creative field, make it impossible to discern reality from fiction, turn
yeah. Keep dreaming, buddy.
10 people into trillionaires while sending millions into poverty, and create a society of people who are even more isolated, antisocial, and incapable of human interaction and creating and maintaining human relationships. You know,
which is your audience by and large.
That's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean by destroying civilization.
Thank you for clarifying.
But not everybody shares these concerns.
Right.
There are some who insist that,
sorry,
despite all the evidence to the contrary, this AI thing would really work out for the best. And they can't explain why or how it would work out for the best. They can't really dispute any of the contentions I just made, but they...
Yeah, I can. We've had even people being on their phones all the time are conversing with people that aren't currently in their presence. And so the ability to FaceTime or talk to people digitally has actually made us super social in a lot of ways, as opposed to just stuck with whoever is in the town we're in. So that would be one. And secondarily, this is all third-hand AI opinion.
Just believe fundamentally that somehow, some way, for some reason, AI will make our lives better, even as we can already see that AI is, as we speak, making it worse. And
How? Sorry, is AI making Trump bomb boats off of Venezuela? Is AI the cause of the fucking Gaza fight or the fucking Russia-Ukraine war? What are you talking about?
Some really significant ways. They have blind faith in technology.
Nobody has blind faith in technology, you fucking weirdo.
You know, a technological...
By the way, for the record, this motherfucker has a fake fire. I don't even want to do it. What the fuck is the what? You're on a set, man. That's not a real fire. Not at all. It's a couple of light bulbs. Asshole. And also, I'm fairly certain that canoe in the background is too small for a person. It's just for show. Also, you did not catch that metal fish, you fucking liar.
Advancement must be good, ultimately.
You don't even fish. You are dressed the part. Don't talk to me about how AI is going to let people fake everything and we don't know what to trust when you're on a fucking set. Jesus Christ. This looks like something Tucker Carlson like pictures in a fucking wet dream.
I like wood. Deeper and longer.
Because it is a technological advancement, that's what they believe.
It is a technological advancement. It actually is a Did I miss half that sentence? How the fuck? What? AI would be a technological advancement. Stupid.
They have blind faith in technology. You know, a technological advancement must be good, ultimately. Because it is a technological advancement, that
No, if you'll recall, a lot of us were like anti-nuke, for example.
that's what they believe.
Whoever they are.
Now, we'll get back to that point in a few moments. But
Absolutely, because nuclear sex bots actually don't sound half that bad, I gotta admit.
But today, representing that point of view, we have Elizabeth Nolan Brown of the libertarian outlet Reason. And she is here to defend not just AI in general.
Wait, whoa. Libertarian? Your thing says liberals, motherfucker. Ne'er the twain shall meet.
But specifically AI sex robots. In an article titled, "Sex Robots Are Here and It's Okay."
And I feel all right.
Now, she's apparently been on the sex robot beat for quite some time.
No pun intended.
Defending sex robots is an
In court?
issue near and dear to her heart for reasons that we can only wonder about. Now, I'm going to read a somewhat...
I suppose you could read her articles and there might be some reason in there if she's been on the beat, in general.
I had a beat off.
Right.
sizable chunk of her article and maybe too much of it, but
Maybe read the whole thing and you won't have as many
I
questions.
have some thoughts I want to offer, but we got to kind of I need to get it all. We need to get it all out. We need to see everything that she's saying so that we can respond to it. So, reading, quote, "One of the first feature articles I wrote for Reason was about sex robots. This was 2015, and both legacy and social media had cyclical freakouts about the havoc that sex robots would supposedly wreak. By sex robots, I and everyone else at the time meant anthropomorphic robots that were able to be physically intimate with humans and perhaps romantic too.
Yeah, that's, I don't know about the romantic part. I don't think they go out and buy flowers, but yeah, sexually, I guess sexual intimacy would be the thing that would make the robot a sex robot. Otherwise, it's just a Roomba. Don't stick your dick in a Roomba." Immediately, that's what Matt did. Matt ran right out and stuck his dick in a Roomba, and he's been mad ever since because he didn't even touch the brushes.
The gist of my piece was basically, calm down. Sex robots, as people are imagining them, don't actually exist. They won't for a while, and even if they eventually do, it's going to be okay. Now, sex robots are here. We're seeing the rise of artificially intelligent chatbot companions, and they're capable of both romance and naughty talk from the...
Yeah, that's not a sex robot. That's like 976, but nobody else hears what you're saying. It's basically, it's a 976 number from the 90s, but it's AI.
G-rated to the pornographic. This week,
Who has a G-rated sex bot? You fucking creep. What is that?
OpenAI founder Sam Altman even announced that an upcoming version of ChatGPT would not only have more personality, but also engage in erotica with verified adults. There are already all sorts of dedicated platforms for AI girlfriends and sex fantasy chatbots. Meta has been under fire for allowing its chatbots to engage in romantic play that can get graphic, even when those chatting say that they are teens. And Elon Musk's AI bot Grok can go into sexy mode.
Yeah, and it doesn't care whether you're an adult or not, and never will. So it's obviously liberals that are the problem.
Okay, she then goes into some of the legislation that's been introduced to get a handle on this problem.
Sorry. Just,
I had to beat off.
Right. Sorry.
She writes, quote, an Ohio lawmaker, State Representative Thad Claggett.
Really? Really? Thad Claggett?
Of licking.
That sounds like Claggett sounds like a pejorative for somebody who has sex with robots. Look at this fucking Claggett over here. Hey, Claggett. It's terrible.
County. I don't know. It's just a great name, and somehow, I don't know what to say about that.
Well, I had a joke right away. It must be a matter of intelligence and wit. And ironically enough, it's a joke that wouldn't be outside of the possibility of someone on your side of the aisle coming up with. It's fairly simple. Claggett.
Licking County. Thad Claggett. That's a great name.
No, it isn't. It's ridiculous.
I mean, if you got the last name Claggett, then you might as well name your kid Thad. It's like
They didn't. They named him Thaddeus, and they call him Thad.
you can't have like a normal name with a last name Claggett. Anyway, this is me talking, not her. Let's go back to her. Has introduced
Really? She didn't go off on Thad Claggett's name?
legislation to ban marriages between humans and AI chatbots. No AI system shall be recognized as a spouse, domestic partner, or hold any personal legal status analogous to marriage or a union with a human or another AI system, states House Bill 469. This seems...
Sorry, it's 469? Really? They did that on purpose. They had to have. 469. Get out of here. 469? That's what does it outlaw their ability to engage in 69? Like if you take two chatbots and turn them like... Never mind.
to be that this seems to be that nobody, absolutely no one meme come to life. I mean, sure, people can say they're married to a chatbot, but no government authority is out there recognizing these partnerships as legal unions, nor are they about to. This preemptive ban on human chatbot marriages smacks of attention seeking, if we're being charitable, or brainworms brought on by indulging in a little bit too much tech doomerism. Meanwhile, Senator Josh Hawley, who never met a new tech panic he couldn't embrace, is reportedly drafting a bill that would ban AI companions for minors, per Axios. Okay, so that's the setup. Now, finally, we get to
the point. Matt bought one. Just like, this is Claire. I love her. She does that. I have to call customer service. Her left breast honks, but the other one doesn't. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's supposed to be that way or whatever. Anyways, thump.
or rebuttal to all these laws and the concerns that people are raising.
This is a whole video. He made a whole video. He put this whole piece out. This was an emergency. He was like, I gotta deal with this.
Look, I don't think that AI chatbots should be designed to get explicit with people under the age of 18, but I also came of age in the AOL chat room era. I don't think teenagers engaging in a little sexually explicit chatting is anything new or anything to panic about. And honestly, testing boundaries and exploring sexual themes with an AI chatbot is probably less problematic or dangerous for teenagers than sexting with school peers who may not keep the conversations private, or internet strangers who could turn out to be sexual predators or extortionists. In any event, making it a federal crime for AI chatbots to produce any sexual content while chatting with minors risks doing more harm than good. It could bar...
Yeah, it sounds like typical libertarian, everything goes claptrap. And?
Chatbots from...
Yes, and he's not slamming Josh Hawley, she is, but it's a libertarian attacking Josh
providing
Hawley.
any sort of sexual health information to minors or offering any sort of education.
This is the problem with this dipshit show, is that he doesn't put up on the screen when he's reading something else so that you know it's not his words. Not like, I mean, but if he did that, you wouldn't be able to see the metal fish.
Or advice
and the fake fire.
Related sexuality.
And the bookcase made from a canoe that was never used.
And it would, of course, require anyone accessing any sort of AI chatbot that's allowed to talk about sex at all to prove their identity. Now, she says that even AI sex robots will, probably only really become the predominant form of sexual relationships for certain subsets of the population.
Yes, all of Matt Walsh's viewers. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, what's a real woman? Nobody panics about whether what if I meet a girl and she's like attractive and then I find out she's got a penis? Oh God, like that. His show is just for that person, which is not as big a section of the populace as you might think.
And that's her main contention, that it's not going to be widespread. It'll only be certain people that really even use this stuff.
Yes, largely people who are, bedridden or paralyzed or have social anxiety or any myriad of things, or it'll just be the new version of their porn. Thank you, Andrea. I'm timing myself through, but I got to show you something. I don't know how much we'll get to.
Quoting, last quote from the article says, "I'm not worried that chatbot relationships will, on a wide scale, overtake human romances, or even that sexy chatbots will put human sex workers out of work. Of course, everyone's different. Not everyone places the same value on emotional connection. And among those that do, the level of illusion of humanness provided by AI chatbots may be perfectly sufficient for some. This minority of users may decide that sexy chatbots aren't just a sometimes fun distraction, but as good as or better than a human companion. But it'll be a small minority and regardless heavy on people incapable or undesiring of sustaining a real relationship." Okay, I just read way more of that article than I preferred to or maybe needed to, but I wanted you to hear the whole argument.
You didn't hear the whole argument. And it's, again, like I said, it's libertarian claptrap. It's the alternate version of, of the panic that he's saying Josh Hawley has. This is him actually, I guess, defending Josh Hawley. Let me show you something in a minute. Okay, go ahead.
Such as it is. She is following the same formula as everyone else who dismisses the concerns of those of us who don't want AI to take over our lives. That's why I think it's worth considering her points in detail and considering how weak and self-contradictory they are. So let's go back and review a few things. First of all, she assures us that nobody is marrying AI, that no government is or will validate those marriages. And on a broader level, she says with confidence that AI relationships will not become a thing at scale. And if they really take hold, it will only be among certain small portions of the population, the misfits and the outcasts. And to that, I would say, even if it's true, your plan then is to what? Just abandon the outcasts and relegate them entirely to, a life devoid of human love and connection?
No, the idea is that they're already in that problem and they already have that issue. And let's see. Yeah. Scroll down through this, see if it shows up. Okay. Doesn't take much. All right. Smart. I'll just do smart robot. If you go on, I want to show you something. This is pretty funny. Get back here. So Alibaba, for those of you that don't know, is the Chinese Amazon, right? And there's Alibaba.com is the big one, and then there's like the cheaper version or whatever. And if you put in, as I am wont to do occasionally when prepping for the show, smart robot into their setup, you'll get a bunch of stuff. You'll get what you would expect, which is toys and crap and mice and little things and like sentry robots and lawnmower robots and cleaning robots and vending machines and anything kind of, even a play soccer game for your thing. A lot of AI, VR kind of stuff. But eventually, let's see if we can scroll through this. I don't know if it'll do it right now. There. The exoskeletons, we saw them trying on in that ad. That's where they are. This is all in Shenzhen. I don't want this to show me anything untoward on camera. Yeah, hold on one second. I'm going to move this over here so that it doesn't. So if I scroll across something that isn't particularly, how do we say, family friendly. Yeah, here you go. This is, yeah, here you go. If you go up to browsed items in Smart Robot, whatever, just by scrolling through Smart Robot, this stuff starts showing up in your feed. And this is what I was looking for. This is what you get. These are basically just silicone sex dolls, but they now have AI in them, right? Now in there with this stuff is the, allegedly you can buy an Optimus for $8,000, which you cannot. Don't try. They will disappear. This is the same one, $120,000 for an AGI female robot or whatever. This does not exist. This is a bait and switch. Sorry to depress everyone who's like, oh shit, that would be, no, it wouldn't. And it isn't. No. Yeah, these are Temu sex robots. They will basically show up as and there's a male, just so there you go. Of the scam, fake, don't exist robots, that would be the one. But basically, these are just like silicon sex dolls with a Bluetooth speaker in them that you can hook up to your phone, which has ChatGPT. That's the idea. Anthropomorphic AI female service robot, customizable companion, smart robot with unique appearance personality for adult men. This is what I guarantee. This is what Matt Walsh has been scrolling through. Is this business? Like, right? That's where, like, yeah. So this guy, and they all come in a nice box like that, as any good wife should. But this one company does these things. I've been, I've been amazed at this because I had a joke years ago about the Harmony sex doll in my stand-up act, right? Go back and watch that. But it's like $300, and it's not AI. It's got a Bluetooth speaker in it, so you can just hook up your chatbot that's in your phone, and it will talk through the Bluetooth speaker. God, but yeah, dudes are totally going to be marrying those.
You say only portions of the population, only the people who are already lonely and miserable will be doomed to this fate.
I don't think doomed to this fate. If they're lonely and miserable, they're already doomed for some degree, I guess. Maybe this gives them some semblance of comfort or something like that. But I would like to say that he's like, you think only lonely assholes who aren't married will end up, playing hide the baloney with one of these things? No. This is Claire. Like, I'm waiting for him to go, I bought one, and it's nothing like the real thing. Thank God.
And we're supposed to what? Just be okay with that?
It's none of your fucking business, I guess? What, like this? What are you, the dildo police?
What?
By the way, yes, he is. He is, for the record, the dildo police.
What happens next? When we have an
Pris from Blade Runner.
entire subset of the population, which you've already admitted may and maybe perhaps likely will happen.
Have I admitted this?
Entire subset who are isolated from human contact at a level and in a way previously unknown to mankind. What then?
They have to, Lars and the Real Girl, they have to introduce their robot side piece to. It's so stupid.
What happens to those people?
They have sex with a piece of silicone until they get tired of doing it. I mean, think of all the upstart rapists who are head off at the pass by this.
What kind of people do they become?
Claggets.
What effect does that have on society at large?
I don't know. What effect currently does habitual masturbation have on society at large? I mean, there's some guys out there and their handshake is far too strong, but that's pretty much it. Maybe that would take that away. Stop, like, hey, Jerry, every time I used to shake your hand, you used to squeeze the fuck out of it, and I've noticed. This can't be worse. I agree, CSL. Like, I'm almost like we should buy these and give them to certain people. So this is like, here, take this and go shut the fuck up.
What happens when those people start clamoring for social acceptance?
They want to get married, you mean? That's the slippery slope. We let the gays do it, and now these guys are going to want to marry blow-up dolls.
What happens when they start claiming that they have a human right to have their AI relationships recognized and validated by the state?
Well, you go, well, your AI partner is not mortal. They can't die, so they're not human, so they can't do it for that reason. I mean, you can have all your feelings all you want or whatever, but you're not going to get to, turn them into a crypto mine and then share in their revenue and have a joint tax household.
I mean, it won't be the first time that a small minority of social outcasts have launched a campaign for public and legal validation.
See what I told you? First of all, the women wanted to vote, and then the gays wanted to get married, and now these dudes are going to want to marry their fleshlight.
And how did it work out the other times?
Fine.
Who ultimately won that argument?
Society, because gay people can get married. And and by the way, I'm being charitable that he means gay marriage. It might be interracial marriage he's talking about. I'm not kidding.
I mean, I remember a time when I was told that transgenders are a tiny minority with no relevance to the greater public.
Really? Who told you that? The no relevance part?
And then I remember how a few years later, acceptance and affirmation of transgenderism was mandated by every powerful institution in the country.
No, you just have to be polite. You don't have to internally. They can't subjugate you internally. You just have to not be a dick.
But Elizabeth Nolan Brown of Reason says that's not going to happen here.
Yes.
It's not going to happen. Well, why won't it happen?
Yeah. This is where Matt's going, why wouldn't it happen? I mean, it's perfect. Who wouldn't want to lay on cold silicone? Maybe it'll have a little heater inside of it. Take that back. Who doesn't like to play dress up with who borderline necrophiliacs wouldn't jump at the chance?
How does she know that? This is what you get from the AI defenders. It's just this. It's like, it's not going to happen. Come on. That's their whole argument. It's really just...
No, it's going to happen, but we're talking most cases, either singular weirdos or decades in the future when there's an element of transfer in consciousness is actually a possible thing. And then, if Matt wants to marry his manscaping razor, that's up to him.
Just that. You talk about, this is where this is heading. These are all the terrible things that are going to happen as a result. It's not going to happen. That is the whole argument. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, you think of course it's going to happen. You think a man can sit in a room like that with a sexy looking fish on the wall and not try to put his dick in it? I mean, come on. Come on. Nobody would do that, but of course they would. How long can you sit in a room with that bass on that pole, on that mantle, and not go, maybe. It's getting cold in here. The fake fire isn't warming me like it used to.
She just
might need a piece of bass.
She feels it. She feels it in her bones that it's not going to happen.
Don't say bones.
Well, the problem is that she admitted in the very first paragraph of this same article that she's already been wrong about this exact topic. She says that in 2015, she wrote an article telling everyone to calm down about sex robots because they don't exist and won't for a while. And then her next sentence is, now they're here.
Gotta go. All right. Bye, everybody. See you soon. I'm being run out. I gotta change my shirt and head out the door. You guys are awesome. See you later. And I think the thing we have learned is don't have sex with robots. See you later.
Robots in the kitchen, see toasters on a mission. What's their strategy?